Hey there friends, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here, and welcome to today's video where we are doing some deep cleaning and house resetting in preparation for the first month of the year. Now, I am generally quite organized when it comes to resetting after Christmas in preparation for the new year. I am pretty well usually on top of it. Unfortunately, circumstances are a little bit different at the moment. If you didn't know, I had my first baby in December, so it's been a big learning curve, and we've been trying to keep the house as sort of neat and tidy and organized as possible. But when you're at the beck and call of a small human, it is quite challenging. But for me, having a tidy, clear space is just one of those things that truly improves my mental health. So that's what we're doing. We're putting away all the Christmas decorations and doing some deep cleaning to areas of the house that have had heavy use over the holiday season, and just sort of resetting the vibe. So if that is something you're keen to see, grab yourself a cuppa and let's get into the video. First things first, I'm going to grab my headphones so I can put on some feel-good tunes just to set the atmosphere and motivate me to get cleaning. Honestly, when I've had this many sleepless nights in a row, it is hard to have motivation during the day to do almost anything, or energy during the day to do almost anything. But I definitely wanted to get the house all packed away. It is significantly after Christmas, so I definitely needed to put away all of the Christmas decorations and give the house a good clean, especially when you see how dirty that microfiber cloth is. So the first area I'm going to start off in is the living room area, and then also the dining room area. That is pretty much where we had all of our Christmas decorations, so I'm going to be putting all of those away and giving that area a good dust down. Now, what you'll actually find as you watch this video is I'm wearing 3 different outfits throughout the entire video, and that is because I had to film this over multiple days. At this point, while I'm cleaning the living room and dining room area, I had just fed Hunter, so he was well satiated, and Dave was sort of nursing him and getting him to sleep. But we definitely needed to be doing this sort of tag team sort of situation so that I could have time to actually get some of these jobs done. Now, for me to do the entire house in one day is pretty much impossible at this point, because I'm not guaranteed that he is going to sleep for that long for me to get all of these things done. Sometimes he does go down for a couple of hours, but we've been having a lot of sleepless days, which have been pretty stressful, and we've been trying to make the most of that, and having 2 people at home at the moment has definitely been helpful. This little H candle I got as a gift from my cousin as part of the baby shower that I had in November. It can be H for Hunter or H for Hampton, but I think it's really cute, and it's sort of got a bit of festive vibes. So I'm keeping the festive season alive still at this point. So now that the living room's done, so I put away the decorations there, I've dusted it, I've spruced the lounges, I'm going to remove all of the decor from our dining table. I love having a dining table like Christmas setup, but it did significantly eat into our eating space. So I'm sure Dave was very happy once I'd removed all of the Christmas decorations and we actually had a full table to set out our plates and drinks at dinner time. And there was also quite a bit of sort of glitter and other little bits and pieces on the table, so it definitely needed a really good wipe down as well. Next up, it's time to take down the Christmas tree. I'm always amazed at how it takes like half an hour to set up the tree, but only 5 minutes to dismantle it. And considering that I was trying to capitalize on my time today, I wasn't upset about that. So I'm just putting my ornaments in plastic bags. I know it's not like very aesthetic, but that's kind of all I have. I had one ornament bag that sort of came as like a little set with my Christmas tree bag that I picked up from Kmart, but I decided that I was going to use that for all of my baubles instead of all of my plush ornaments, which I'm just putting in these Woolies bags at the moment. You'll also notice that I still have one gift under the tree. I like to put together like a little hamper pack for Dave's parents pretty much every year, and this year they decided to go away for Christmas and we didn't get to see them until well into the new year, so I was kind of holding on to that until they came down for a visit and I was able to finally give them their gift. Now we're moving into the kitchen. I realize that this is not necessarily a Christmassy part of a clean. I do have just a few Christmas mugs set up over at my coffee station, which I will be taking down. But the kitchen definitely needed a good top to bottom deep clean. It is an area that we use every single day. We did have Christmas breakfast at our house this year, and since having Hunter, we've had quite a few guests over, family and friends, so just having the kitchen nice and clean is definitely a must. So I'm just going to go around and wipe down all the tops of the benches and the stove tops, and then also the front of the benches, and then I'll get in and just rearrange my little coffee station as well. The oven is not particularly dirty, but I would like it to stay that way, and I haven't cleaned it in a couple of weeks, so I figured that now is as good a time as any to get in and give it a good wipe down. And we do use it quite frequently, maybe not every night for dinner, but at least like every second or third night we are using the oven, and I definitely don't want it to get to a state where it is gross and I really need to get in and give it like some sort of hardcore clean. I'd just like it to be generally quite easy to clean, so if I do it more frequently, hopefully I can maintain its good status. The microwave is another one of those areas in the kitchen that's not dirty, but if you give it a good chance, it can get quite filthy and quite on the nose, which we definitely don't want to happen. So I needed to give that a good spruce today as well. Now the kitchen is looking pretty good. I'm going to move into the butler's pantry and I'm going to start on the fridge. I've been very thankful that the first couple of weeks of us having Hunter, my mum has been coming down quite a lot and has been bringing us heaps of food. So we haven't had to do a whole heap of cooking, and just having those meals in the fridge has been very handy, especially during like the holiday, New Year and summertime season. It is super busy in the small town that we live in. So going to the grocery store is quite a hectic experience. You can see that there's not a heap in my fridge. We definitely need to do a grocery shop for sure. But while it is quite empty, I'm taking advantage of that to pull everything out and give it a good wipe down. The crisper here always seems to have like a whole heap of bits and pieces in there from the vegetables, so I needed to give that a vacuum as well. But I probably do need to take the whole drawer out and give it a good bang out, because there are always little bits and pieces that sort of just get stuck in the sides. Changing the bin is definitely something we have to do way more frequently since having a baby. Back when it was just Dave and I, we would be able to get away with a bin this size and it would last us a whole week. But now that we have nappies and wipes that are going in there, it definitely needs to be more frequently changed, not only because it's getting fuller quicker, but also we want to keep things smelling and feeling quite fresh. Now, I am someone that does try to be a little bit more eco-friendly, environmentally conscious where possible. However, being a new mum and a first-time mum, it was just not a hill that I was going to die on when it came to disposable nappies, and that is what I'm currently doing. I know my mum likes to regale me with stories about how she used cloth nappies on all three of us, of her children, but it's just not something that I have the time or capacity for at this point. So the disposable nappies it is. Now we are on to the next day. So I managed to in one day get the living, dining and kitchen done, and then today I'm going to be working on the laundry and main bathroom. And if you were just looking at the background there, you would have seen Dave and the dog moseying around outside. So obviously at this point Hunter is down for a sleep and we are both able to get stuck into getting a few jobs done. So my first job was putting away all of the clean clothes, and then I also need to do a load of dirty clothes as well, and then just wipe down all of the laundry and just make sure that area is nice and tidy. Now, this area has obviously not gotten dirtied by like the holiday New Year season. It's just one of those areas of the house that is quite frequently used, particularly since having a new baby. I'm obviously doing a lot of washing because for someone so small who is not out like getting dirty and sweaty, he does happen to go through quite a few clothes and blankets with, you know, just spit up and things like that. So I want to definitely keep on top of all of the laundry. It's not necessarily my favorite of chores. I like putting things in the washing machine, but I'm not much of a fan of hanging things out or putting things away, but you kind of need to do the whole process. So that's what I'm up to today. In the main bathroom here, I'm going to start by showing you a few Christmas gifts that I got from Dave. So he bought me the lovely bath caddy, bath pillow, and all of these bath bombs. I definitely love having an indulgent bath experience. So I think he hit the nail on the head with those purchases. So good job, Dave. I'm also going to give the toilet a good wipe down. Obviously, with having a lot of guests over, they have been using this bathroom, so I do want to keep it nice and fresh. And I've also had a bath and used a bath bomb that I got as a gift from my sister, so I needed to give the bath a little bit of a freshen up, and then also freshening up the basin as well. My final day of cleaning, I'm moving into our ensuite bathroom. I'm going to change the bin liner that I've got in there. I've also brought in some fresh towels, and I'm going to put our dirty towels in our little laundry caddy and take those to the laundry so I can put on another load of washing. And then I'll take everything out of the shower and give it a good spray with the shower power, and then we are done. And that is it for today's cleaning video. I do have more areas of the house that need to be cleaned, but we are tackling those one day at a time. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. I put out new videos every single week. With that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.